Hi everyone, happy Monday. Jenna here. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really excited today to have one of our affiliate, Astrid Patiño, joining us. Astrid is the founder of the Untoxin Movement, and the Untoxin Movement educate housewives about exposure to toxins with simple tips and how to make the transition to a healthier lifestyle. And then Astrid herself has actually tried the Million Marker Detect and Detox test kit, which is the only mail-in urine test for BPA alternatives like BPS, BPF, phthalates, paraben, and oxybenzone. As we all know that these toxins are in everyday products, and there are hormone disrupting chemicals that have potential health impact. And many of the study have been linking these chemicals to diabetes, obesity, as well as cancer. So today, Astrid is actually going to talk about her experience using the Detox and Detox kit. So she's just requested. And also viewers can get $10 off of our kit by clicking the Instagram promoting this IG live. Hi, Astrid.
Hey, how are you, Dana?
Good. How are you? Thank you
Yes,
so much for joining us. I just I've mentioned a little bit about the Untoxin movement, and I mentioned that you actually tried our test kit, so it's
yes,
really really nice to have this perspective on Instagram Live. So thank you so much.
of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So I mean, this Untoxin movement is pretty incredible. So tell us a little bit about it. What made you start the Untoxin movement?
Yes. Okay. So these 12 years ago, it all started 12 years ago when we first moved to the United States. Me and my husband, we moved from Venezuela, and we started. I mean, you move here, right? And you start changing your habits because
Hmm.
you're in a new country, new
Right.
everything, right? So
Right.
food is so easy, like everything. You go to a grocery store and everything you can grab and make so easy, and everything we bought was just to eat, right? Food wise, was we were students. My husband started his MBA when we first moved here, and so we're like, okay, you know what? We're students. We're in a budget. We have to eat, cheap stuff. So in that process, we start seeing like we got dizzy sometimes when we were eating certain foods.
Mm.
My husband had overweight like a lot, and he started being very concerned, right? Um, During his internship, we moved to Chicago, and when we were living there, we were living in downtown. Was during the summer, and so everyone is healthy, everyone is active, everyone is out, outdoors, going to the lake, and I was like, we need to do something, right? We were not feeling very well. We need to do something. So we started changing our eating habits to eat healthier. Fast forward to, well, of course, my husband, as I said, he was like super overweight, like never before. So it's like, we have to stick to this
Hmm.
plan. We have to do it, right? So we start changing, eating more organic, taking care of the ingredients. And so anyways, after we moved back to Houston, we kept that. And I remember in my personal account, I started sharing, the recipes I was making, like organic stuff and sweet potato brownies and, like all these cool things that I've never done before. I mean, housewife, I didn't work. So I was like at home all day. I was like, I can cook, right? I don't need these easy things. I can make meals at home. And so then after that, fast forward to 2020, before pandemic, I I had two kids, and I was like, you know what? I'm ready to start like my own business, try to do something by myself. And so I started using essential oils, right? And then boom, pandemic hit, right? Everything is closed. Everyone is over cleaning. People are, crazy. And I was like, I have all these essential oils that have all these amazing benefits, right? Like antibacterial, antimicrobial. I was like, I'm going to use this to make my own cleaners instead
Hmm.
of using all the cleaning stuff that people
Right.
were using, like all these sprays and all these wipes. I was like, this is not okay. And your hands start getting dry, you start feeling rashes. I'm super allergic, so those fumes, I was like, I cannot do this. So I started changing all the cleaning doing it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, your kids are here at home. They want to help you clean, or, groceries are here. Okay, mommy, I'm going to help you. And I was like, I need something that it's not going to intoxicate these kids, like it's not going to be that toxic for them, right? All these harsh chemicals and stuff. And so after that, I was like, I was sharing all these things on my Instagram, and people were like, oh, can you share a recipe for this? I have a stain on my, I don't know, couch. Can you help me with this? And I was like, I will start this movement to help many more housewives change their lifestyle. And if I can teach them how to do this the easiest way possible for them not to be, overwhelmed,
Right.
it's going to be great. And so that's when I started the Untoxin Movement. After all that process, I was like, this is the way to go.
This is awesome, because the women make a lot of these household decisions and also health decisions for the entire family. So getting them educated, it's like super beneficial for the entire family.
Yes. And also I feel like the Latino community in the US, I don't see many people doing that, right? And so because I found so many beautiful accounts that they share all this information, but in Spanish, I haven't found much. And I was like, I need to help people who speak Spanish how to do this, right?
Right.
And to talk more about toxins, because we don't talk about that. So I'm like, we need to know about this. Everyone needs to know about this.
We definitely see that there's like disparity, like the colored community are not as aware of these things. So thank you so much for everything you do. This is incredible.
Thank you.
So you mentioned you start detoxing in the US because of the lifestyle. What about the lifestyle when you were in Venezuela? Is there any difference in terms of healthy eating habits between the two countries and products and these things?
Yes, I was talking about that with my husband the other day. We're like, wow, how big difference it is. I will divide it maybe in 3 categories. The first one will be the stores. Whenever you go to a grocery store in Venezuela, everything is from small farms, right? You even buy vegetables that have dirt on them, right? It's like not super clean. Even the eggs smell like chicken, right? It's like you can smell like the hen, right? It's very, very organic. And so the stores, of course, it's healthier in that sense. Compared to here, when you go to a grocery store and you want to buy rice, and you have microwavable rice or the raw one, or like this type of, you have so many options about everything. The vegetables, they all look beautiful. They're huge and plump, and you're like, oh my gosh, so shiny. There is just like dirt, and you're like, well, okay, let's grab this cilantro and wash it at home. It's very different that way, right? The second thing I would say, the time. When you live here in the US, you feel like you're always kind of like in a rush. You are like, you need to do everything fast, and fast food comes here, right? Because it's like you don't have time to stay home and cook. Not many people do that. Everyone works, and so everyone's like, like in that rush. And so in Venezuela, it's funny because of course we all work, but you always have maybe your mom who cooks at home, or your grandma, or maybe you have someone who stays at home and cook, right? Like a person who you hire to cook for you. And it's very affordable for many people to have someone to help you with the cleaning and the cooking in Venezuela. And so I remember going to the office, then coming back home to my mom's house, right? And having,
family meal.
And this lady, I grew up with her. I mean, she lived in my house for, I don't know, 10, 12 years. So she cooked for us breakfast, lunch, dinner. So you always got home and you had a healthy meal, family meal made at home. And so here you don't have that, right? Here's like everyone is in a rush. And so you have so many easy options also in grocery stores. You buy something that you can put inside the oven so fast, frozen, and boom, you get your dinner. And so that's one of the big difference in terms of time. And then flavor, what clicked like in my head with the flavor, because you get used to the flavor here. And when my mom comes visit, because she visits every year, she's like, these oranges are so sweet. these onions are so sweet. For her, it's like super overwhelming how sweet they
Mm-hmm.
are. And I'm like, why do you say that? I mean, for me, because I got used to it. And she's like, no, you don't remember how they taste in Venezuela. They don't taste this sweet. And so it's impressive, like how much, like how the food is here, flavor wise. I'm not gonna say everything is GMO, but some are. And
Yeah.
it's impressive how that difference to for her, it's so like, what? I don't like this taste. And yeah, for example, I miss the corn flavor, because here
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
corn is
You
super
don't,
sweet corn,
right, right.
right? There the taste is like corn, like real
Corn.
thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I miss that so much in my soup, or I don't know, whatever, in a barbecue. But yeah, I would say that's the biggest difference: the time, the flavor, and the source.
Right. And then you
Mhm.
also mentioned that, your kids, right? So what influence do your kids play in your, dedication to limit toxins in your household?
They're my reason why, right? I mean, it's when I start learning more about toxins, and I learned that this is transfer like generation to generation, like whatever your mom used or your grandparents used, through breast milk, through the womb, everything. I'm like, okay, I need to make a change, right? I need to help my kids learn, first of all, how to I mean, they can help me clean, and I'm not freaking out that they're touching toxins, and like breathing all these fumes, because for me it was super bad. And also teaching them how to take care of their health, like in a more preventive way, if you,
Yes.
if you will. And I think that's the biggest gift I can give them, or the biggest thing I can teach them, right? How to take care of themselves. And they see it like normal, right? And
Hmm.
we go to birthday parties, and I'm not like, don't drink sodas, don't do this. No, I,
Yeah.
I let them, right? But they don't want. They're like, no, can I have some water? And I feel like proud in my heart,
Oh,
like, I feel good. But I mean, I'm not letting them, I'm not telling them not to do it, right? They
right.
just make the decision for themselves. And so yeah, I think they're learning. And I love how we can teach this generation how to grow up, to go ahead and,
Hmm.
and do the same with their families. I think it's amazing. It's a great job to do.
We want every single parent like you teaching their kid. So yeah, not only like they have better lifestyle, they're healthier, they know how to take care of themselves, making good decisions. They're
Exactly.
also contributing to the entire sustainability of the world.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. We started doing compost not so long ago, and my kids are so excited about that. And I'm so happy to see them, how they see the transformation and how they can help the planet. And like Earth Day is coming, and my older is super excited about that. She's like, "Mommy, let's, we recycle, we do all these things." And so I think, yeah, I think it's for them, it's amazing. It's a great thing to teach them.
So cool. So what made you decide to try our Detect Detox kit? Because you're actually like one of the first like 50 people who tried our test kit. So we're like really appreciative to get feedbacks and everything. So what made you decide to try?
Well, when I started this journey learning about the toxins, I found you guys on Instagram. And I was like, what is this? I don't know if I saw an ad. I don't know I don't remember exactly, but I was like, I need to follow them and start learning, like, what is this kit? And when I got online and I checked your website, I was like, this is what I need. I'm in this journey to learn. I'm in this journey to detox or lower my toxin load. So I need to know exactly what's going on in my body and how I'm going to teach or show people by example if I'm not doing that, right? And so I was like, I need to try this test. And it was super easy. I mean, whatever I read on your website, I was like, I need to get it. I don't care. I need to get this. I have to have it. I remember I talked with a friend. She lives in Ecuador. Well, right now she moved to Europe, but she lived in Ecuador at that time. And she's like, oh, I wish we could do that together, because she's in the same boat as I am. And so we're talking a lot about it. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I need this, and so yeah, that's why I did it.
That's awesome. So how easy was it to collect and mail your sample? Was the process pretty easy, or is there anything that we need to improve?
I feel it's super easy. I mean, once you get the kit, you read the instructions, you download the app, and you follow everything that it says. I feel like it was very easy for me. Yeah, even with the app, it was super exciting because I was like, I in this app, I'm gonna, because the journal that you feel, like you put everything that you do 24 hours prior to sending the sample. Um, I was like, this is when I'm gonna realize how many things I put on my body, how many things, like all the things that I do in one day in 24 hours. And so that was very exciting for me too, right? Was an exercise for me to learn all the things. And it was very easy. I mean, the sample, the instruction, how to put it in, how to, seal the bag, how to put it back in the box, ship it, mail it. I mean, it was very easy process, I would say.
Wonderful. How long did it take you to wait for your results?
3 weeks, I think, maybe three
Okay.
weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
It took something like that.
wonderful. Yeah, we're trying to limit the turnaround time between like hopefully within 4 weeks.
Yes,
That's our goal.
yes,
Sometimes we have a little bit delay, then we let people know. So wonderful.
yes,
I'm glad that you
yes.
got yours early. So prior to taking the test, like, did you think you were living a relatively clean lifestyle already?
Oh, of course. I was like, I am the best of the best. I was like, I'm cleaning, I'm doing all these things. I'm changing my, skincare routine. I'm changing the products I'm using, the food I'm eating, right? Which was how I started with the food. Um, there's always areas you can, you know, improve, right? But for me, I was like, I'm so good. This test is gonna be, everything's gonna be good, right? It's like, now it's gonna be okay.
So
But
how
then
did
I
you
started.
feel after you got your results?
Yeah. Shocked. I was shocked. Of course, as I said, there's always areas of improvement. And when I got it, I was like, wow. First, the 23 pages report, I was like, this is so I mean, this is perfect because you could read. I love how you guys put like, um, let's say, I don't know, BPAs, and then you tell me my results, and then you tell me what do you recommend, like changes that you recommend, right? And I love that. It was amazing. And well, the results that most, was kind of shocking for me was, I think, was one of the parabens was a little bit high, and then which was the other one? I think the
Phthalate,
high molecular weight
wait, phthalate.
phthalates. Yeah. That I remember I saw that, I was like, "What? This is high? Why?" And I remember we talked about it, and then the recommendations. And I love that also you guys have it on your website. I didn't know that, but that you could click and you could see for by ingredient. Where can you find that ingredient? Like all this information about it. And I was like, this is so neat because it's so. Um, the explanation is very good. I liked it. I mean, I need people to explain things to me, right? I know I'm not gonna say like, okay, yeah, this is high, you can lower it by doing this. No, tell me why. Like, what do I need to do? Why this is harmful? And so I love that about that report as well. It was very thorough, easy to follow with the links, and so I could learn a lot more when I got the report as well.
Did you make any changes
Oh
after
yes,
the
yes,
report?
yes. The first thing, it was, I used to make, and I feel so bad about this, but I used to make my matcha, my hot matcha. I drink matcha every morning, like a matcha latte. I used to make it in a blender. So I used like a plastic blender. I used to put the hot water, like piping
Mm.
hot, the matcha blended with milk. And then when I got the report back, and the report said, try to avoid the blenders and all these things. It's plastic, right? And you're putting hot water inside that plastic. It's like, oh my goodness, I've been doing this for a long time and I drink it every day. You know how that build up in your system. And so now I do it, in a glass. I don't even use a blender anymore. I do it in my glass cup. I mix it there. I do like everything. Like, I heat the milk in a little pot. I do like the whole thing. um, it takes a longer time. It's more things, that you get dirty in your kitchen, but I don't care. I was like, I need to do this change. So that's what I did. That was the first one. That was the biggest. um what was the other one I got? Oh yes, my cutting boards to like for the food. I also change it to all wooden, but like good quality wooden cutting boards. Um, I remember you. We talk about it. The makeup that was. It's very hard to find 100% clean ingredients. You know all the things with makeup, and that's one big change I made as well. I cleaned my whole drawer, and I was like, we start from zero. You recommended many brands, and I tried one of them, and so I got all those things too. The receipts, that was also another thing that you said, like try to let them email the receipt or text you the receipt, but don't get that paper. And that's what I'm doing now. I went the other day to a store, and they're like, do you want me to text the receipt? And I was like, yeah, text it. I mean, I don't care. If I get 10,000 texts from you, I don't want to touch the receipt anymore. I'll wash my hands thoroughly if I have to. But that was another big change.
Wonderful, wonderful. We're so happy to hear that. Yeah, we try to make sure our chemical glossary, all these information up to date, because I think that's one part differentiate us is we want to make
Yes.
sure we have all the information for anyone who wants to learn more.
Yes.
And then we also curated that list of approved products so we can do the homework that other people don't have to.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you tried anything that we recommended. If so, like if you have a favorite one.
The only brand that we talked about it. I don't
Mhm.
know if it's in the list, but was the Beauty Counter makeup. That's one. I remember you also mentioned. I think it was Naked Poppy or
Mhm.
yeah. I haven't tried that, but I have it in my list. And the other thing, I changed all my Ziploc bags for the stasher bags, the
Yes,
silicone ones.
wonderful. Yes,
I was
we
like,
do recommend that one. Yep.
I don't want this. Get out of my house. And so I got the stashers. And I was the other thing. Also I want to try the bee wax, the wraps.
BX.
Um,
Yep.
I don't use them that much. So that's why I haven't bought them yet. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I had it. I don't use
Saran
the
wrap.
I don't use it. I don't have it at home. So I have ones that are silicone,
Mm.
but I want to try the bee wax ones as well. So that's the other one that is in my list. Oh, and
Awesome. Awesome.
the toothbrush, Gaia Guy toothbrush.
Yes,
I want
Gaia
to try
guys.
that one too. Yes,
Yes,
in my
those are also like our favorites. Wonderful.
yeah.
So why do you recommend our test kit to your followers then?
Well, I think everything that I said comes up to this question, right? I wanted first to show people, and I did a live not so long ago about it, showing my results, because I want people to learn that there's an easy way to know exactly what toxins you have in your body. It's very reliable. I mean, it's amazing. That's why I even show my results, the report. I mean, I show like many things from that, and I want people to find easy ways to to get healthier, to change that lifestyle. I know toxins sometimes are a little bit overwhelming, and some people
Mhm.
are like, oh, I don't want to be reading labels, I don't want to be doing because it's too much. And so if we can make it like an easier transition or like an easier way, um and I feel with this test you will have it like right there, like, hey, here's what you have, this is what you need to do, this is why you need to do it, right? It's like very easy. And so I feel like it's an amazing test to have. I mean, it's whoever is going through this journey, like, you know taking toxins, getting their exposure, lowering their load. I definitely recommend this. I mean, it's a great step to have, like, in that process.
Love it, love it. And then you also offer like many other like amazing services. Like one of them is the Welcome Wellness, like mind and
Yes.
spirit webinar. Like tell us
Yeah.
about that.
Okay, that's an online course that we're doing now. What we did was, me and my best friend, she's like a breathing coach and like personal coach, and she does like all these amazing things. And since in my toxin, learning about all these things, she was going through that as well because of fertility. And
Mhm.
when we were talking about it, I was like, why don't we show people what we're doing right now, right? Like, how is our process? So we teach, or we in that course, we try to show people how to detox mentally, in their body and in the like in their environment, right? And so the mind and spirit one is we teach some techniques that you can do to detox your mind, right? Because we always think about ingredients and stuff, but what
Hmm.
about your thoughts? What about your
Yes.
stress? What about your anxiety? What about depression? What about all these things? And so there are many things that you can do that can help you. And so that's the first one that we have. And then we'll do the body one, and then we'll do the environment one, right? And so, yeah, that's what it is. That's what we're doing right now. And I think, and we also want to help people to make this a habit, right? Like to make this like a change that will stay with them, that
Hmm.
they will keep and they will do every day or whenever needed. So
Absolutely. Love it.
mhm.
And then besides that, you also have challenges. On March
Yes,
21st, you're going to start your Reto Limpreta Tomb Challenge. So what is that? Tell us about
yes.
that.
It's a spring cleaning challenge. So people on Instagram, it's funny, they start to see, since I started with the cleaning things, everyone asked me about cleaning stuff, right? And so I was like, okay, spring is coming. Everyone loves doing some spring cleaning, like cleaning stuff. So I was like, I'll do a challenge. So what we did with I did with the challenge is it's 12 days. And so people will, I will teach them to clean, like every day I will show them to clean something that we don't clean that often, right? Like baseboards or like fans or I don't know, the pantry or, things like that. And in an easy way, low toxin or non-toxic products. And so I'll show them, like a recipe or something that they can use to clean that. Super easy, less than 20 minutes, and every day. And so if people do that for the 12 days, they will participate and win some products that I recommend for cleaning.
Wonderful. Because in the beginning, you also mentioned that you actually make your own cleaning supply, use some of the essential oils, and then you
Yes.
recommended doTERRA essential oils. So
Yes.
what role do essential oil play in your life? And then why this brand and why this is important?
Yes. With doTERRA, and as I said in 2020, when I started trying to find something to do by myself or start like a business or something, a good friend of mine recommended that brand, right? I had no idea about essential oils, not at all. I was like, I have no idea what this is about. I was looking for like a natural solution to help my older daughter to sleep better. She was waking up every time, and I was like, what's going on? Like something's going on in her mind that it's not letting her, rest and sleep. So I learned about essential oils. This friend sent it to me, those samples. And of course, with samples, you cannot make your kids sleep the first night, right? But I got hooked. I was like, this smells amazing. All these properties that it has, and I was like, tell me more. I need to know more. And so this brand, I support this brand because it's very good, high quality essential oils, which no additives, anything added to it, and no fillers, no nothing. And so I started seeing a lot of changes in my house using them as support for our health and support for our what we do in our house, the cleaning, um, and so I love them. And since I had all of these oils at the beginning, that's why I was like, I need to start doing something else with this, right? Not only in the diffuser, like making my own roller bottles, I need to do something else. So that's why I started getting into the cleaning part. And they have amazing properties for that. And so I was like, of course, I need to everyone to know about this. And I have a friend that did like a test with one of the oils and see like how the a bread with water, like wet bread, could get, like very with mold and stuff. And then she put the drop with essential oil and she showed like, look, in a month, look what happened to this bread and look what happened to the one with essential oil. Nothing happened, no mold. And I was like, this is so neat, like we need more people to teach about these things. And so it's natural. And it's amazing. I love it. So that's why I really like this brand, and I really share with everyone the products I make with those.
So cool. So, wow. Thank you so much with all this wonderful information. So Astrid is at the Untoxin Movement. So make sure everybody, thank you joining us today and follow Astrid, and then love the Mind and Spirit webinar and all the tips that you will be giving, and plus the spring challenge. Um,
Yes.
So thank you so much. And then also like if you are interested in getting our test kit, we also have a discount and then use the TUM10 from Astrid's account and you can use that code. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Don't forget to get that test. I mean, it's amazing. You will not regret it. It's this company, really, Jenna, you do an amazing job. And I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I cannot recommend it more. I love it. And so, yeah, get that code and get that test because you'll love it as much as I do.
Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you for
Talk to
having
you
me.
later. Okay,
Have a good
bye.
day. Bye-bye.